in what was known to the Allies as the Burma Campaign, and to the Japanese as the infamous Operation Impal. Even before the war, however, Naga nationalist aspirations had already begun. The Naga Club, a group formed from prominent Naga leaders drawn from those who had returned from France and had served in the British Army during World War I, submitted a political memorandum to the Simon Commission in January 1929 with 20 signatories and demanded exclusion of the Naga from the so-called Reformed Scheme of India. The memorandum, which was eventually debated in the House of Commons, resulted in the exclusion of the Naga inhabited area from the provisions of the Government of India Act 1935. Nagaland was made an excluded area. The administration of the Naga Hills was left at the discretion of the Governor of Assam, whose main objective was simply to protect the Nagas from economic exploitation. From 1939 to 1945, the Nagas negotiated intensely with British India for independence. With their roots in the Naga Club, the nationalists under the leadership of Mr. T. Alibi Imti, Ngami Zapu Fizo, T. Sakri and others, formed a political group in February 1946, the Naga National Council, with the aim of uniting all Naga tribes under one political umbrella. Prior to 1947, the Naga National Council announced to both India and Britain that it would form a sovereign democratic republic called Nagaland. In June 1947, the Governor of Assam, Sir Akbar Haidari, negotiated with the NNC on behalf of the Indian Constituent Assembly and signed a 9-point agreement with it. The last point of the agreement was the most controversial. After 10 years of the agreement's implementation, the NNC would be asked whether it wished the rest of the agreement to be extended for a further period or wanted to reach a new agreement regarding the future of the Naga people. However, on the very same evening of signing the agreement, Sir Akbar Haidari warned the Naga leaders that if the Naga Hills district refused to join the Union, India would use force against them. Despite this warning, the NNC wasted no time in defying the Government of India. The Naga National Council declared complete independence of the Naga people on the 14th of August 1947, one day before India itself declared its own independence. Then, at the end of 1948, Sir Akbar died of a massive stroke, and with him also died the Naga's agreement that he had negotiated. The Nagas are quintessentially a hill people. The name Naga is derived from the Burmese word Naka, meaning literally people with pierced earlobes. The name also possibly has its roots in the Assamese word Nogga, meaning naked. Today the Naga number over 3 million people, and they are widely dispersed throughout the Indian states of Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Assam, and parts of Burma too. Nagaland has always been a country of tribal democracies, quite free from the domination of a single person, such as a king or prince or dictator, and in all there are more than 30 tribes. They've always lived proudly in harmony with nature, leading a simple and utterly independent way of life. In the past, headhunting was widely practiced by the Naga as a way of affirming and sustaining their culture. For example, as a fertility ritual, it was celebrated to ensure good harvests. Spiritually, it was used to protect the community from evil spirits. And in warfare, it celebrated bravery and conferred honor on warriors. It also affirmed social bonds, helping to define people's social status in the overall tribal hierarchy, and to legitimize the positions of those in authority. Historically, before the arrival of the British, the Naga homeland never had any connection at all with either India or Burma. The first British contact with the Nagas was in 1832 in the Ngami country, where the Ngami resisted, fearing conquest. British, however, managed to dominate the area with their superior firepower.